Hello everyone, my name is Kasparov, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a condensed set of rules with video examples to go with them in order to help new players get into this very fun and crazy chess variant. I'm going to be using a Reddit post made by a user called Petrala on Northern Lions subreddit. Definitely go check it out if you require a written version of this video, the link will be in the description. Warning, maths alert! To start off, we need to define our axes. Disclaimer, the game uses 4 dimensions, not 5, so the game is actually simpler than advertised. Our x and y axes are easy, that's just how the flat 2D board is defined. The time axis will be the axis flowing through each individual board in the direction of time. We'll call this Z. The world line axis will be the axis perpendicular to the time axis and crosses every single different world line. We'll call this W. The king can move anywhere it wants along the X, Y, Z and W axes, but it can only move one space within those axes. Simple enough. The rook can only move along one dimension at a time, but any distance. For example, the rook can move up and down as far as it wants, or left and right as far as it wants. The added dimensions don't change that. When moving back in time, it can move as many boards in the past as it can, but it cannot change its X and Y, because it is already moving along the Z axis. The same goes for the W axis. The bishop can only move along 2 axes at a time, but along any 2 axes and as far as it wants. The catch is that the movement on the 2 axes must be equal. This can create some wacky movement for the bishop, as it looks like it is moving orthogonally, but actually, it is still technically moving diagonally. An example of this is plus 1x, plus 0y, plus 1z, plus 0w. Because we are moving along 2 axes in the same move, it is classed as diagonal movement. Something that won't work is plus 1x, plus 0y, plus 2z, plus 0w. Because diagonal movement does not entail differing values. Try moving your bishop on a 2D chessboard, plus 1 on the x and then plus 2 on the y. You can't because the bishop can only move diagonally. The queen can move just like the king, except it can move as far as it wants along each axis. And the only catch is that it has cutoffs. You can't move a queen plus 2 on the y and plus 1 on the x, for example. The same goes for moving within the other 2 dimensions. This screenshot of gameplay here is a nice example of how the queen works. The penultimate piece, the knight, is probably the most complicated piece out of all of them. It can move plus 2 in one direction, and then plus 1 in another direction. For example, the knight can move plus 2x and plus 1y, it can also move plus 2z plus 1y, and it can also move plus 2z minus 1x, etc, etc. The last piece, the pawn, can move 1 or 2 spaces up on either of the 2 vertical axes, W or Y. To capture, the pawn can move 1 space up on any vertical axes, and then 1 space left or right on the opposite horizontal axes. So, you can move forward on the W and then right or left on the Z. You can also move forward on the Y and then right or left on the X to capture a piece. Whew, okay, and that's it. I hope that everyone watching this now has a better grasp of the movement in 5D chess. I won't be going over tactics and checkmating in this video as this has gone on long enough, but I do plan on making a video for that, so make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon to get notifications of when I next upload. Now then, time to play a game. Okay, why couldn't I have done that earlier? Like, seriously, what the fuck?